Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the DoMoreLife Saturday morning live stream. So excited you guys are here. And when I say excited, I mean excited. I'm really excited that you guys are here. So I hope you're looking forward to a very good live stream today. A very good discussion, a very open and honest discussion. We're not spitting out any kind of fake news here, so there's no reason to be worried. If you post some kind of something that could be conceived as fake or false information or something that falls under the category of what the government is deemed to be scary for the public, then we will just remove your comment. Please do not be offended by that. That is for the safety of the channel, ladies and gents. The safety of the channel. Can I get some light closer to my face here? Let me see. I don't know. I'm not even sure if you guys want to see my face, to be honest. But anyway, Ty Guy Bri, welcome. Oh no, Ty Guy Bri. We got $250 in a PayPal contribution on one stream probably about 2 months ago, and I did the chicken dance. Oh yeah, the chicken dance live on camera. Philtho says, ain't your fault you're pretty. That's right, it's not my fault. I can't help it. There's nothing I can do about it. It is what it is. Lyle saying that Age Unscripted, the only person I've seen dance here is Jeremy. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. My dancing is horrible. In fact, it's worse than horrible. I don't ever want to have to dance on camera again unless I'm forced to. In which case, I'll be happy to dance on camera again. No, if you're spitting facts, Philtos, that is not fake news. In fact, we're going to talk about the Phuket sandbox. We're going to talk about the fact that Thailand's kind of in a two-world system right now. It's like you have foreign tourists in Phuket, and you have everybody else, everywhere else, because it's almost impossible now for, and I say almost impossible for a domestic traveler, someone who is already in the country or lives here, to travel to Phuket. You pretty much can't get in. You're scared for life. Charles. Oh, Charles. Agent Unscripted, a friend of mine is done with the sandbox after today. Is going to rent a car and try to get to Krabi. Best of luck to your friend. I hope he is successful. And thank you to the 4 people who have hit the thumbs up button so far. I really appreciate that. And so does the YouTube algorithm. Charles says, positive news. They are letting those people and light symptom people cute at home instead of taking up beds in hospital. That's good stuff. Definitely good stuff. Hey, Bob, good to see you this morning. Thank you for dropping by. David, what is up, my friend? And everybody else that I've already spoken to, that Philthos guy and that law person and the Robert dude and who else we got in here this morning? Anon stopped by to say hey. Mike's stopped by to say hey. And all you guys, thank you for being here. I really, 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 really appreciate it. And we've had a few minutes to get rolling here, so let's get started. Here is today's description. This is what we're going to talk about. Today's live discussion will focus on the topics of what I miss most about Thailand and the travel and tourism news and updates for Thailand in 2021. What's up, Travel TV? Good to see you, man. Coming back to Thailand late August or September. Good for you, bud. I'm glad to hear it. I know you miss Thailand. I miss Thailand. And I'm in Thailand. And we're going to talk about that because I'm going to talk about what I miss most. When I say what I miss most about Thailand is what I miss most pre-COVID Thailand, right? So I'm going to talk about the things that I really miss. We're going to get to it. It's going to be awesome. Shh. All right. I've been living in Thailand for more than 3 years. I was here before COVID came. I remember having the freedom to travel, the freedom to enjoy Thailand's amazing nightlife, and the freedom to vlog openly without the fear of fines or jail time. Okay. Robert, thank you for putting up the PayPal and the Cash App link. I will pin that message to the top. That is all the information anyone will need to be able to contribute to the channel. We don't call it donations because we are making progress here on the channel. So you're welcome to contribute if you feel like it. If not, there is no requirement. Where was I? Oh, yes, freedom. We'll talk about that later. Thailand was and still is an amazing country with so much rich culture, beautiful beaches, and famous tourist destinations. Foreign tourists used to flock to Thailand so they could enjoy all the beauty this country has to offer, amongst other things. However, Thailand is a much different place today. I can't stress that sentence enough. Let me say it again. Thailand is a much different place today. Foreign tourists cannot come here and get the value they once could out of this country. Oh, wait, that's not fake. That's not scary. That's a fact. You can't come here and just go to Pattaya and sit down at a bar and drink a beer and enjoy the entertainment that comes along with that. It's not scary. Doesn't do anything for national security. It's just a fact of life. You just can't do it. Let's see. However, Thailand is a much different place today. Oh, I said that already, didn't I? As for domestic tourism, well, it's under heavy restrictions with severe consequences. So domestic tourism is under heavy restrictions with severe consequences. Hey, Tim, welcome. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good, just good, Tim, just good, okay? Thailand is suffering both economically. When I say suffering economically, I don't mean like, they're having a hard time, that kind of thing. The economy's decimated here in Thailand. Yeah, that's a fact. That's not fake at all and poses no risk to national security. I just want to be clear on that. The economy is in the tank, okay? Thailand is suffering both economically and emotionally right now. What do I mean by that? Is that national security risk? No, because as a person who lives here on the ground and has been here for the last 3 years and a few months, emotionally right now, as the sentiment across the country is one of desperation and despair. This has been quoted in multiple articles. Multiple people have told me. And yes, Tim, Thailand has changed. I would agree. So desperation and despair seems to be what I see every day from my Thai girlfriend. I also see it every day from Thai people I work with. I also see it every day. Well, I don't work every day right now. Obviously, I'm furloughed. Or partially furloughed. I also see it in the streets. I also see more homelessness here. These are all relative. These are all facts. There's no fiction. There's nothing scary about it. It's just the way life is in Thailand today. That's the fact, Jack, he says. Yes, Tim, I'm getting to that in 1 second. Now, the desperation and despair can go away, and that's what we're going to talk about. Do not worry, my fellow Thailand expats, travelers, foreign and domestic tourists. Thailand will reopen. Thailand will bounce back and be better than ever. That is my personal opinion. I believe Thailand will bounce back and be better than it has ever been before. Thailand will reopen. It's going to happen at some point. I'm sorry, I forgot to put my telephone on vibrate. That's that noise. Yes, eventually. I know. Ross, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. It is a new thing for Thailand. But I don't feel like that poses a national security risk right now, or that should incite fear in the people, because it's a fact of life. It's a fact. It's a consequence of the rules that the overlords here in Thailand, the agencies, the policymakers, it's a consequence of their own policies. You shut all the businesses down, people are out of work. What can they do? You arrest people for being at parties where they spend money. What's going to happen? They're going to be homeless. They're going to be deported. They're going to be in jail. They're going to be fined. They're going to be broke. Oh, okay. Do not worry, my fellow Thailand expats, travelers, foreign and domestic tourists. Thailand will reopen. Thailand will bounce back better than ever. The recovery for Thailand will be slow. And if these government restrictions keep going on, slow. Okay? The longer that these lockdowns go on, the slower the recovery will be, not faster. But Jeremy, lockdowns are like, they work. They totally work. That's what we have to have every time we have an outbreak here. Like, why would we not? Well, we had a lockdown. It'll be 2 weeks ago on Monday, August the 2nd. So today's Saturday. So what? 17 days? No, 10 days ago, 12 days ago, something like that. But they work. So, the 28th of July, we had 16,533 cases, 133 people died. 29th of July, we had 17,669 cases, 165 people died. 30th of July, we had 17,345 cases, 117 people died. 31st of July, which is today here in Thailand, 18,912 cases, 178 people dead. Lockdowns work, though. They work, right? When you lock people down, they can't spread. Sorry, that's not. Let me be clear. There is nothing at all funny in any way, form, or fashion about people passing away from this incredibly terrible pandemic, this incredibly terrible disease that has found its way now to Thailand and all over the world. There's nothing funny about any of that. There's nothing funny about people getting sick. The humor I find in all of this is the handling of the situation. That's where the humor is. Has nothing to do with the number of people who are infected. Nothing to do with the number of people who have passed away. Because, when it comes to people passing away from this, one person is too many. So let me be clear on that. Ross says, at the same time, advertise to bring in tourism. Exactly. The Phuket Sandbox is open. Bring them in. Samui Plus is open. Bring them in. I think part of Krabi is now open. Maybe, possibly. The Surat Thani province is open. So bring them in. Asian Unscripted says Manila going into another hard lockdown August 6th. Well, why wouldn't they? Asian Unscripted. All these lockdowns have worked so well in the past. of course we would go into lockdown, right? 212 Roger, I cannot comment on your comment, but I will say you have hit the proverbial nail on the head. The recovery for Thailand will be slow, but worth it for those who are patient. It will be well worth the wait. I do believe it will be well worth the wait. And I say that in a loving and caring manner because I do believe in my heart of hearts that Thailand will bounce back eventually. And when I say eventually, I want to be clear. I initially thought that probably by this time we would be back to full tourism. Last year, this time, I thought this year at this time we'd be back to full tourism, full everything. Everything's going normal. Everything would be fine. Everything would be back open. And there was a failure to get jabs into the country, which has ultimately led to what you are seeing today in Thailand. In my personal opinion, I'm not a medical doctor. This is not medical advice. I'm not giving you a medical opinion. This is my personal experience from living in Thailand and what I see. Tim says, why wait? If you're that severe in your situation, lock it down now, not in a week. I couldn't agree more. Why tell people that you're going to impose the lockdown? Just do it, right? Because when you tell people, you give them the opportunity to travel back home first. And if they have the bug, guess what they carry back home? The bug. And then they give it to other people. It's a little bit, doesn't make sense. A little bit, just a little bit. But we have to believe that the Thai government and the policymakers and the agencies know what they're doing. There was an article that came out yesterday that said the CCSA is now considering extending the additional restrictions that were implemented for the 14-day lockdown in the dark red zones for another 14 days. Gosh. Almost sounds like the emergency decree. I don't get it. Tim says, Ross, you folks in Thailand are so lucky. Yes, we're so lucky. Good point, Asian Unscripted. Bob says, good humor, well said, Jeremy. Of course. Hopper, if they'd all just stop the BS and call it, it'd be exactly how it was before the numbers. That changed just the cause. I agree. When you put when you equate it with that F word in there, I have to pull the comment. I'm so sorry. It's a YouTube thing. It's not me, man. I promise you, it's not me. Crab Claw. What's up, man? Hello, first time on live chat. I'm from Georgia in the United States. Love Georgia. Love Atlanta. One of my favorite cities ever. In fact, in our channel members only line group, I'm going to be posting some pictures from my Atlanta trip in there at some point over the weekend. So if you're not a channel member, just hit the join button below. It's only $2.99 a month. You're going to get awesome stuff. Now, Robert Mack says, good morning. Good morning to you, Robert Mack. Tribal Eats, good to see you, bud. He says, yeah, it's different. Crab Claw says, I agree. Now I'm hungry for seafood, thirsty for white claw. That sounds good. Agent Man 83, do you think Thailand will fully reopen to tourists with no quarantine within a few months like they said they would? No. No, I don't. I don't believe anything they say anymore. The media here in Thailand, I'm not talking about like bloggers, okay? I'm talking about the media, all right? The media here in Thailand has nothing else to talk about except COVID. Like there's no tourism here because of the government policies, right? So all they have to talk about is the little bit of foreign tourism that is here in the Phuket sandbox, the Samui Plus model, anything that they may be reopening, and COVID. That's it. That's all they have to talk about. So they talk about the differences in the vaccines and what works and what doesn't, and it's podcast after podcast, show after show, information piece after information piece that just covers the same thing reworded. The media here is just it's fear. The word fear mongering really comes to mind when I think about how the situation has been portrayed and how it's being currently portrayed in the media. I understand after reading the media here in Thailand, after watching what they do and watching them push the narrative, okay, that everything is bad, everything is wrong, all right? It's not. Like, it's really not. We've already talked about solutions before, and the one that stands out the most is to just get the jabs in here, right? I would give you the breakdown of the 1.5 million jabs that came in yesterday and tell you where they went, but that could literally be construed as something scary that would cause people in the Thai community to be scared. So I can't talk about it. Between YouTube censorship and now Thailand censorship, you really can't talk about those things anymore. So I thought I would talk about some of the things that I miss. And the number one thing that I miss in Thailand is the ability to travel. That is the number one thing that I miss. I can't go anywhere because I am in Bangkok in a dark red zone. And it absolutely blows my mind that I just can't travel. I want to travel. I want to go see places in Thailand and do things. Right now I don't really have the money to do that anyway. But I could still take a day trip somewhere, do something cool. You know how it goes. That's what I really miss about Thailand, is the ability to travel freely. I also miss the ability to vlog freely. I miss the ability to talk about things without having to worry about whether or not my speech is going to cause or is going to be interpreted as something scary or something that could pose a risk to Thailand's national security, because at the end of the day, it's up to the official that looks at your content and decides on whether or not you are guilty. Doesn't sound very exciting to me right now. Just saying. Let me catch some comments here. Who do we have? Mr. Charles White says, my new outlook on the global situation is to think of it as watching a yo-yo. It goes up and down. It just does. It's disappointing. It just will continue until the string breaks. That is probably one of the best analogies I've heard, and I'm going to tell you why. And you're going to have to let your imagination run wild with this because I can't explain it. All right. The last part of that, well, you're definitely right, Charles, about the up and down part. No question. But the last part about the string breaking is going to be when, what do they call it? SHTF, right? When that happens, it's going to be either really good or really bad. We don't know. Use your imagination. I encourage you to do so. Great analogy, Charles. Crabclaw says, you from North Carolina? I detect the accent. Okay, sounds good. Thank you. I am from North Carolina. Good guess. Charles says, oh my God, Tim, did you just say you crave White Claw? Your man card has been revoked. I love it. Hilarious. Pampon, good morning to you. Hello, Pampon. Glad to see you in the chat. Mr. Charles White says, good morning to Pampon as well. Tim says, Charles, I was joking around because dude's name is Crabclaw. Ah! Clever. Crabclaw says, is all this new lockdown due to the Delta? Well, it's due to the spread, and the spread seems to be caused by the Delta. So, not being a medical doctor and not being able to give medical advice, and certainly don't want to be the person to cause any kind of uproar or fear amongst the community here. I would say that is certainly a possibility. So, Lyle says, I agree, Charles White. I think I agree with Charles White, too. Tim says, crab in Thailand is still due to the original. In Thailand, still due to the original. Okay, lost me on that one, Tim. Hopper says, soon they're going to say the Greek D word has mutated so much that it's totally a new strain and call it something else. Yep, that's on the horizon, buddy. That's on the horizon. Oh no, I can't say that. I can't predict that. Don't think that way. Look at the bright side. This is all going to be over one day, right? It's all going to be over. Everything's going to return to normal, and we're all going to live long, happy lives. And we're all going to retire in Thailand and enjoy the Thailand nightlife and the entertainment that just used to be so flourishing here, which is something else that I truly miss about Thailand. I miss going to Pattaya every weekend, every other weekend. I love that city so much. I have so many friends there. I know so many people there. And it's just, I miss being able to go to Pattaya. I really do. I've made many videos from Pattaya. I've made many videos from the islands off the coast of Pattaya. And many videos on what you can do in Pattaya. And you just can't get there right now, unfortunately. And that's, well, it's just sad. Not scary, but sad. Tim says, DoMoreLife, go somewhere. LOL. I would love to. Tim. But as you guys know, I just recently signed a contract with an online teaching company. Now, and people are thinking, I've already had people hit me up. Woo, good. You don't have to have support from anywhere else. And I'm like, dude, I haven't taught my first class and I haven't got my first booking. So the way online teaching works like that is you have to open up time slots and then parents come in and look, and they look at your videos and all that stuff, and they decide whether or not they want you to teach their kids, and then they book you for that time. So it's going to take several months for me to get booking time slots on a regular basis off the ground, right? So we'll see what happens with that job. But at least I have it, and it's there, and I can open up a whole bunch of time slots because I've got a whole bunch of time off work. Crap Claw says, I've watched every Thai Coyote. I hear you, man. We'll take that one down because we don't really, when YouTube, they get kind of funny on the comments. Tim says, I watch other YouTubers in Thailand. One of them does interviews with bar club owners and how great business is for them. Well, I'm glad business is doing great for them. I don't know how they're doing it. I've never heard about how well business is doing for them. Some of the girls I've heard about how well they're doing business, but they're doing business online. I don't know. The original scene. Oh, I got you, Tim. Okay. Agent Man says, I think booster jabs are going to be the new normal. That's possible. It's certainly possible. It definitely is here in Thailand. Now in Thailand, it's recommended that if you had 2 of the Sino doses, because we now know that every 40 days they lose 50% of their efficacy, or every 50 days they lose 40% of their efficacy. It's one of the two. And that's just a fact. Not to scare anybody. But yeah, you're probably going to need a booster for that. And they're recommending the AZ version for that one. Felto says, Jeremy, YouTube's going to read that and think I'm actually scaring you. So we have to take it down. I'm so sorry. But that was funny. Tim says, this is JC's new positive outlook on life. I actually do have a positive outlook on life. I'm going places. I've proven to myself that I'm perfectly capable of getting another job if need be. Actually, I've proven myself to be able to do that twice now. I'm also proving to myself that I'm able to do more on YouTube than just live streams, as I've been doing a lot of live streams. I haven't been able to get out and record video. I've been proving to myself that as soon as I'm setting myself up right now for when this chaos is over. That's what I'm doing. And as I continue to do that, and I hope all of you are as well, that is the positivity. That is the positive outlook. That is where we have to put our heads, because if we stay stuck on stupid, and I don't mean people are stupid, I mean if we stay stuck in this realm of insanity that is are surrounding us, right? We will eventually get caught up in that realm. And I don't want to do that. Thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up button. Very much appreciated. Let's see. Tim said, yep. Hello, Janice. Nice to see you again. Thank you for coming by. Charles says, Agent Man 83, you mean the annual... Yeah, that one. Feltos, you can take this down, but as an FYI, the Soy 6 Desire dancers accept Bitcoin. I actually don't have to take that one down because it doesn't have any kind of wording in it that would warrant a takedown. But that is interesting. I did not know they accepted Bitcoin. Very interesting. Crapclaw says, Jeremy, you got the best advice videos for Westerners heading to Thailand. Do you know how much I appreciate that comment? Thank you very, very much, Crapclaw. My goal is just to keep it real and to be honest with you guys. That's just what I do. Tim says, no, you're not going places. Isn't that the problem? Ha, 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 ha. Yes, that is the problem. But in the future, I will be going places. Right now, I cannot go places. And yes, that is a large part of the problem. Large part of the problem. Ross has got a comment, and he says, I have a challenge. If JC can reach $250 during this stream, I will match it. Wow. It's been a good month for some of us. Let's share. Ross, I love you, man. That is an incredible challenge. Absolutely incredible challenge. That's a very high number, but you know what? Anything's possible. Anything's possible. And maybe some people will tune in that have the, how can I say this, the extra financial ability to help reach that goal. So the Cash App and the PayPal link are at the top. You can also, I guess you can also super chat, Ross. I don't know. It's your challenge, your rules, buddy. But Lyle says, now that's a challenge. Yeah, I was waiting on Lyle Charles to come out with one. To hear Ross put out a challenge, that's amazing. And thank you very much, Ross. I appreciate that. So Ross says to generate $250 during this stream, and he will match it. If that happens, I just want to be clear about something. If that happens, you will see a very calm, cool, and relaxed DoMoreLife channel for at least the next month, because that will take care of pretty much my important stuff for the next month. Robert has just put the PayPal link again down there in the comments, so people can start contributing whenever you deem it necessary. Right, Ross, thank you so much for the challenge, and we'll see what happens. We will see what happens, because I'm going to start going through the news here shortly, and we'll get to it. All right. Crabclaw, thank you for the comment. I really appreciate that. Agent Man says, Charles White, yeah, probably something along those lines. I agree. Tim says, no, you're not going places. That definitely was a problem. Charles says, work is looking up. Girlfriend seems to tolerate your humor. What is not to be positive about? LOL. I like that. Jeremy, I don't know. I'm not sure what that means, Hopper, but I'll take your word for it. It looks good, buddy. Lyle says, did you say Stuck? Stuck. Is Stuck in Florida here? I haven't seen Stuck. Crapclaw says, is there a way to see the schedule for upcoming streaming sessions? I have good news for you. Griffin, my man, Griffin. So Ross has put out, in case you guys are just joining, Ross has put out a $250 challenge. If we get $250 during this live stream, Ross is going to match that, because that's just awesome. And I don't know what else to say other than gratitude, heartfelt, and I might cry. Griffin, longtime channel member and longtime part of the DoMoreLife family, has just started off with $50 on the Cash App. Griffin, thank you, brother. Thank you for helping keep DoMoreLife alive right now. You have no idea how much that helps. We have $200 to go. $200 to go. And we will wind up with a $500 day. And I'm going to make sure you get the value out of this live. I'm going to give you $500 worth of value out of this live chat. Just watch. Just wait. Ross, I love your challenge. Thank you again so much. Tim says, let's see. Wait, first we have Charles White says, do you want to play a game? Let me help at Ross. Pay for every $15 in contribution. I will add $5. This may help us get to Ross's goal. Beautiful, Charles. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much, man. So we just got $50 in. So that's what, $3? That's $35. That's $15 more from you, right? Yeah, Charles? Is that how we're playing? I love it. I love it. You guys rock. I'm going to get to the news in just a second, but you guys absolutely rock. I appreciate you guys so much. Yes, Crabclaw, to answer your question, we have a live stream every Saturday and Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Bangkok time. Since you're in Georgia, depending on what part of Georgia you're in, or maybe Georgia's all on East Coast time. It's going to be 10 p.m. when daylight savings time is on. It's going to be 10 p.m. On Friday night and 10 p.m. on Saturday night for you. I have other live streams that I can announce. The best way I can keep you updated on the updated live streams is for you to either A, become a channel member, which is only $2.99 a month, and it comes with a bunch of perks. You can go on there. You can get into our line messaging app, into our line group, and you won't miss anything. Plus, you can talk about anything. Or you can become a member of our Facebook group. And we have a failed payment from, we had another $50 payment come in, but it failed via the Cash App. Mr. I can't tell you who that was because I'm not sure if he wants me to know, but he said it was for the chicken dance. But that did not come through for some reason. I don't know why. It's very weird. Very weird. Yeah, that one didn't come through. Okay. Moving right along. We'll see what happens. It says I have 2 here, so let me see what my 2 notifications are that I have. And 1 second, guys. I'll get right back on track, I promise. But when it comes to money, we want to make sure we're not missing out on anything here. Yep. Looks like that the second person that contributed 50 was, or it did not come through for whatever reason. I don't know why. I honestly have no idea why. And it's telling me I have 2 notifications, but one of them, let's see. The chicken dance person that sent in $50 for a chicken dance, that failed. 212 Roger. He sent in a $20 super chat. Thank you very much, Roger. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Oh, because this person is not in my contacts. I wonder if I request that. Here, I'll do a request for that, Mr. Chicken Dance. And we'll see if it works this time. Okay. Because it did not work last time. We'll see what happens with that. So let's all just stand by and see what happens. Okay. Now, thank you very much, 212 Roger. I appreciate that. Your PayPal failed you. Oh, man. I'm sorry to hear that. We love PayPal, but I appreciate it anyway. So, yes, Crabclaw, that is the live streamings. That is the live stream schedule. There's Ross's challenges again. Tim says, get ready for tomorrow because it will show up. That's a good point, Tim. Tomorrow will indeed show up. It will show up. Very good point. Very good point. Lyle says, Ross and wrong. Now, that's a challenge. I agree. I agree 100%. Lyle says, 37 in chat, $10 each, matches it. Woo! More matches coming in. Let's see how many people participate. The link is pinned to the top of the chat, so shouldn't be a problem, I don't think. Of stuff coming in. Let me check PayPal real quick, make sure we don't have anything there. Blah, 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 blah. Nope. Nothing there. I'll close down the Cash App. And we'll see if that other thing worked or not. Now, Asian Man 83 says, I've got to chat about potential job in tech on Monday. Hopefully in the near future, I'll be able to contribute a bit. Well, that's fine, Asian Man. We don't require contributions. This is just to help me out, which is what Ross is doing. And I appreciate that much more than you could possibly imagine. Griffin said, I'll start off with the first 50. You did. And then another loyal channel fan of or family member of this channel tried to send 50 and it failed through the Cash App. So I requested that 50 to see if maybe it would come back through. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And then there's Charles's. For every $15 in contributions, I will add 5. This may help us get to Ross's goal. So we've had Charles, I don't know how you're playing this, but we've had 5. So that would be $45 plus 5. So 45, that's 3 $15 payments. So that would be $15 you would contribute. And then if you're counting the super chat as well, I don't know if you want to count super chat, but you do it. You know how to do this, Charles. That's all good, man. Let's see here. 22 thumbs up, 4 thumbs down. That's awesome. Crab Claw says, is there a schedule for the live chat? I can contribute some next week. Yes, sir. I believe I went over the schedule, and you can definitely contribute whenever you want, bro. Charles says, do you want to play a game? That's what I've already read. Tim says, and Ross will match it. He's that type of guy. Easy on Ross. Crabclaw says, when I first started watching the DoMoreLife videos, I said to myself, this guy is the real deal. Well, I appreciate that, Crabclaw. Appreciate that very, very much. Travel TV says, bling, bling. Yes, we hope so. We definitely hope so. Charles White says, yes. Yes, of course. Tim says, Crab, OJC is very real. Yeah, I do try. Ross says, anyone else want to join me in challenge? Somebody will, Ross. I have a good feeling somebody will. Crabclaw says, Savannah, Georgia, Eastern time. Well, there you go. I'm going to upgrade to premium. I got a lot of questions for you. I only have one tier, brother, on that. So, we can do a coaching call, and you can contact me directly via Facebook or line or whatever. Ross says, can I be a member of the line group? See, that's where I hesitate. I don't know whether I can do a one-time cash payment for a member of the line group, or if you have to. I originally said it was for channel members only. I don't know, Ross. Tell me down below. What do you think? I certainly think if you contribute $250, you should be able to be a member of the line group. What do you guys think? Put that in the chat. I'll read it as we get down and let you guys make the decisions, because those of you that are channel members, I don't want to be unfair to. Robert V, what's up, bud? He said, what's the status of the challenge? Just arrived. We have $50 in the kitty right now. Looks like we got another notification on the Cash App, but it's not telling me what it is. So there's Mike telling you guys that, or live my ass off there, is telling you it failed. And it failed again. Mike's he's trying his best to get $50 in here. And it's because you're not in my contacts, Mr. LMAO. So possibly PayPal or some other weird, freaky version of something. I'm not sure. So basically, Robert, to answer your question, we have Ross has said if we get $250 in monies, right, our PayPal and Cash Apps, then he will match that $250 today, which would be an awesome freaking day and make my absolute month for next month. It would be great. Just absolutely fantastic. So we are $50 into that, and we have other people trying to get money in here. I'm not sure what's happening right now. Is the PayPal link not working or something? I'm not sure. 212 Roger, thank you again. Crabclaw says it's historic. Sherman spared it, blah, blah, blah. My PayPal failed me. Okay, the second one should have gone through. Yeah, it didn't. Sorry, bud. I don't know why, but it says it says failed. 2 fails on here. I'll show you. Hang on. PayPal is having problems. Is it my PayPal link or is it my PayPal? There. Let me see. Here we go. I'm not sure because nothing's came in via PayPal yet, so I don't know what the PayPal link is working. Maybe PayPal is having an outage. Okay, that's a little strange. Okay, it's not my link. So it looks like most of you guys will have to go through the Cash App, or yeah, you pretty much have to go through the Cash App, and I don't know why the Cash App won't accept some of the payments that are coming in. That's really weird. Really, really, really weird. I need to find a way to add people in or something. You guys try the Cash App, and if it doesn't work on the Cash App, then we'll figure out a way to, I don't know, we'll figure something out, because this is too good of a challenge to let go. I don't know why PayPal would be having an outage right now, but that's weird. Let's see. Ross says, FYI, bot is 32.9 for the weekend, down 0.5 from last week. I still I-35 soon. So do I. I think they had there was a video out the other day talking about the Thai bot and how it would be extremely beneficial for like retirees or expats, people that are over here, as the bot continues to weaken. If we have American income, like the dollar, for example, or if you are British or whatever, and you have euro or a pound, you're going to get more money. PayPal failed me as well, then crash. Well, what is PayPal's problem? That is just not good. Not good at all. Weird. We'll see if PayPal gets it fixed. I really don't know any other way. You can send it through Chime if you have Chime to this email address. Let me type in the email address here, and I know for a fact you can do this because I do it all the time. Just go to I don't have to set an account up. Just go to Chime and use that email address right there, guys. That'll put it directly, or should put it directly into my bank account because I have a Chime account. I don't know. We'll see. Robert, thank you. 212 Roger, thank you again for the super chat. Let's see. Can anyone convey bot to Bitcoin? Just kidding. Convert, you mean? Not right off the top of my head. Lyle says, I'm having problems with my PayPal. Tried to send 50. It wouldn't go. So sounds like PayPal is just having a problem right now. That's okay. Just everybody be patient. We'll get there. Cash gets sent, then reversal site. PayPal having an issue on phone app and computer. Well, naturally, when somebody throws out a incredible challenge like that, it would be, whatever. Ross says, Lyle asked JC for my phone number. You can Venmo or Zelle to me, and I will get it to JC. Let's do that. That is a great idea, Ross. Great idea. Because I can't do that. So let's just put, you don't want me to put your phone number up in the chat, though. That would be crazy. Somebody would have to, somebody message me, guys, for Ross's phone number, and you can Zelle it to him that way, or Venmo, and he will send the cash in. That's a good idea, Ross. Very good idea. I'll send you a bag full of quarters to make it easier. Okay. Richard Cypress, hello and welcome, man. Ross says the foreign fee on my credit is higher than the monthly $2.99. I hear you, bro. It would cost me $7.99 for a $2.99 membership. Uh-oh, we don't want to do that. I'm willing to work for membership, Ross says. Well, like I said, if we hit this goal today, if things can start working, I don't know why PayPal's not working. That makes no sense at all. But there, you can Zelle me the money, no problem. I bank with Wells Fargo, so Zelle shouldn't be an issue. I'm not 100% sure on what the process is to Zelle it to me, but you certainly can. Tim says, in my mind, I can see Mikey beating his computer screen with his fist. He says, yep, all good. I added you to contacts. All good. I'll do it later. Okay, no worries. No worries. Tim, yeah, dude, guess how much tolerance I have for lame technology? Yeah, he doesn't have much tolerance for lame technology. I got it. Hey, James, good to see you. Tim says, JC has a river of gold, but no picks to mine it. That's what really hurts my feelings right there, because we would already be there. I have a feeling. Charles says, DoMoreLife PayPal message. Sorry, please try again later. If you continue to encounter problems, please contact customer service. Richard Cypher says, PayPal is not working. PayPal is costing me a ton of money right now. Lyle says, this is all Ross's fault. That's crazy. Liv Massaw says, I tried to pay via your line, but I guess you don't have Line Rabbit Pay set up. I don't. First two hotel nights in Pattaya on me, a.k.a. the company. Gotcha. Ross said I had to drop off for 5 minutes. Did I miss anything? Don't know. You said send via line, but I don't guess I had that set up, Ross. Like, give me a second, guys, and I'll try to. I don't know how do I set that up? Somebody give me a brief explanation on how to set up. Set it up via line. They say it. Everybody says it's not my PayPal, Ross. They said it's it's not my PayPal. Everybody has said that PayPal is giving them return messages saying PayPal is not working like right now. If you continue to have issues, contact them. I just tried to send a test amount, Ross says. Seems to be PayPal is not working at all. So I've gotten no emails or anything from PayPal saying that my account's been jeopardized or anything like that. So I don't know what this. I don't know. Liv Maslow says, "How about this challenge? We each commit to a piece of DoMoreLife trip to Pattaya. I got 2 nights. Who's got taxi meals, motorbike rental?" That would work. But I still like Ross's original challenge. And I don't know how to set up. Let's see here. Here we go. So Charles White downloaded the Cash App and was able to send, says he was able to send $15. Let's see if it's been added or not. Yep, he sent $15 for the first 3 $15 contributions. There it is, Charles White, $15. Got it up and running. So the Cash App seems to be working for most people, and Charles White was not in my contacts either. Maybe you can't send $50 at a time. Maybe you can't send that much money at one time. Maybe that's what it is. Because, like Mike, for example, had never tried to send me. He's never sent me money through Cash App. So maybe that was the issue. Because all my notifications went away too, by the way. So, okay. I was going to see if that had popped up. But no, it hadn't popped up. Anyway. We got the 15 there. That's good. Ross says, I got airport pickup to 3 people. Uh-oh. Crab Claw says there's a website called It Is Up. You can check to see if website is responding. Okay. Ross says, live my ass off. I should have my new car by the time Thailand reopens. Yes, you probably should. For that Honda HR Vessel. Sounds like a great choice, Ross. So anyway, back to Thailand and the things that I missed. We'll just have to keep poking at this thing until yeah, so okay, somebody sent me a screenshot of PayPal. It says PayPal outages reported in the last 24 hours. And 532 of them have been reported in the last 24 hours, just to let you guys know. So try the Cash App if you're still interested in making Ross's application. He says Charles says the website is up, but the application on the back end is pear-shaped. That's weird. Yeah, good choice on the Honda, Ross, for sure. Can't go wrong with the Honda. That's for sure. Definitely can't go wrong with the Honda. Crab Call says, what percentage of bars, go-go's are shut down in Pattaya? 100%. 100% right now. They are 100% shut down. Sad, sad, sad. Charles says, pear-shaped means screwed. Yeah, I believe you, bud. I believe you. The good news is, if you guys have the Cash App does seem to be working. I don't know why it didn't work for Mike, but everything else seems to be working just fine. Ross says, Tim, it's more than I planned, but I have been car shopping for 7 weeks now. Well, at least you got a budget and you know what you're looking for. That's for sure. Let's see here. See, if we don't meet the challenge, the only problem is the trolls are going to be really happy and they're going to think they won. We have 5 in the kitty for the next 15, Charles says. Yep, but Charles is still pushing for the challenge, and I appreciate that. He's going to match the every $15 with $5. So we'll see what comes through. And we just had $15 more come through. So that would be 5 more for you to send at some point, Charles. Whenever you don't have to send it like right now. You can wait till the end of the stream. Whatever you want to do, I don't care. Yes, car shopping wears you down. I sold cars for 2 years, and it does wear you down. Ross says if PayPal fails today, we can do a restart tomorrow with the same challenge. Fair enough. But I really hope it doesn't fail. Really hope it doesn't fail. Try to use the Chime app if you can, if you really want to, because I know that works, and I put my email in here for you guys, so I hope that works. I don't know what PayPal's problem is. PayPal just cost me $500, basically, is what PayPal did. So screw PayPal. Picking is ripe tonight. I agree, Tim. I agree 100%. All right, so let's get into some news here and some non-scary news. All the restaurants are currently takeaway only, to the best of my knowledge, Crab Claw. Certainly are in the dark red zones. They are takeaway only. And by takeaway only, I simply mean that you can't go in the restaurant and get food. You can receive money via Zelle if your Gmail is associated with it. Well, I have Zelle, Ross, but I don't know that my email should be associated with it, though, because it's associated with my bank. I bet Patty is a ghost town right now. It is. It really is. I'm trying to figure out a way because, let's see, remember when the term dark red light meant something completely different? Yes, Tim, I absolutely do remember that. And just wasn't cool. Charles says, okay, he's going to pay $5 more, and he's paying as we go. So for the 15 that was sent in, Charles just paid 5 more. Thank you, Charles. That's on the Cash App, so the Cash App is working. And we have $70 total in the Cash App. So that's a good thing. And if we had everybody's cash that came in, we would be extraordinarily close to meeting Ross's challenge today, which is kind of sad. Crabclaw says, was there a timeline on the new lockdowns? Yes, it was supposed to be 14 days until August the 2nd. And now they are talking about extending it 14 more days. So they're looking at extending that those additional travel restrictions. I'm doing two things at one time here, guys. But yes, they said they're looking at doing the extending the additional restrictions another 14 days. And Ross says Crab Claw and Rayong, things are very different than Bangkok. The malls are still open. Restaurants still have indoor seating. And that is, yeah, that's pretty cool because, okay, so I only had the Zelle that works with Wells Fargo. That is cool that you can do that. Is Thailand suspending all travel for Westerners currently? No. You can get into Thailand through the Phuket Sandbox model, and you can also, I believe, you can still come in through the 14-day ASQ, if I'm not mistaken. Tim says, I don't know how any of this pay stuff works online. So when PayPal goes to working again, are they going to credit you with the money? No. I wouldn't think so. Anyway, it would be because the people that have sent in the money via PayPal, but it's not being taken out. Somebody, I don't know. Here's how we can prove it. Somebody that tried to send PayPal. Like Lyle said, he tried to send 50 via PayPal. Look at PayPal and see if the money was subtracted from your checking account. See if it worked. Travel TV says, yeah, but can we travel around Thailand after the sandbox? Supposedly, yes. You will be able to travel around Thailand, and that's how it's supposed to work. So, I'm not 100% sure on where you're going to travel to, what you're going to do, but I don't know. The key word is supposedly. You're right. You're very, very right there, Tim. I'm setting up the Zelle app on my account right now, guys. What? Try this again. Okay. It says to turn on mobile data or Wi-Fi. I have on my Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi is working. So maybe I will just cut this off. And let's see if it works now. Roger McGee, PayPal is not working. Wouldn't even allow me to get to enter the amount to send. Howdy, it's good to see you, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. We're currently working on a different way to get the money in. The Cash App's working, but this thing says I don't have any internet connection. This Zelle app, it says enter mobile number. I enter my mobile number, and I hit continue, and it says I don't have any internet connection, which is complete horse crap because I'm receiving stuff. Whatchamacallit. Let me turn on my cellular for a little bit, see if cellular data works. Let's see what happens with that. Maybe it'll work this time. I don't know. We'll try it. I'm gonna get to the news with you guys with you guys later. I don't know what the deal is with Zelle right now. It's just, it says no internet connection. Turn on mobile data or Wi-Fi and try again. So I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on, guys. No idea. Let's see here. Okay, we can cut you back. It doesn't help that my screen is completely broken either when I try to do this stuff. So we'll go back to Zelle in a few minutes and see if it says it's working again. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know what's going on. You need VPN for Zelle. Well, I have VPN on right now in America for Zelle. So let's try it one more time. Somebody just sent me Zelle. Ross sent me Zelle. And it was a $5. $5. Ross sent Zelle $5. So apparently I must already have the Zelle or whatever. I'm not sure, but it worked, Ross. It came through. $5 came through. So there's 5 more to our total. We're still trying to get there. You guys want to? You guys can send it via Zelle. It works. 100% works. I'm not sure. What did you use to be able to get it to me, Ross? Zelle app does not work in Thailand. That's okay. It just came through. I've got my VPN on, so it works. And I've received Zelle before from other people. It's got the confirmation code and all that stuff, but I'm not gonna show that online here. But it clearly states $5 was sent. Okay. Tim says, well, that's what you get. I probably missed a lot of stuff up here. What did I miss? By my accounting, we have 84 so far towards making at Ross and Rayon pay. Fair enough. Is this affecting the English teachers? Yes, Crab Claw, it is affecting English teachers. I'm currently, one reason we're having this challenge today is because I'm currently partially furloughed, and I've had to pick up a second job online teaching, and hopefully that will come to fruition, and I'll get lots of bookings and everything else. So hopefully that works. But yes, it is affecting teaching in Thailand as well. Roger, it was definitely good to see Roger in here, but for some reason PayPal just decided not to work today. Tim says, sounds like myself when I do any computer stuff. What? Yeah, I agree. Charles says, LMAO PayPal down, but it didn't stop PayPal from telling me I'm pre-qualified for the card. That's crazy. It's all about marketing. I agree. Ross says the Zelle app does not work in Thailand, but it does work because I just received $5 as a test from you. So now Ross will only owe $245 if we get to 250. 27 down, 27 up, 6 down. That's great. Got trolls watching. That's good. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. I really appreciate it. Travel TV says most large banks use Zelle, and probably what he meant. You can do Zelle through any U.S. bank via online. There you go. I'm not sure how. I bank with Wells Fargo. That's all I can tell you guys. You can receive it, but the app does not work. But I know I have a VPN on in America, so I wonder if that's, but it says I have no internet connection. Like, that's what I don't understand. You don't have any internet connection. That's so weird. Very, very strange. Let me try it again and see if I can go from there. No internet connection. Turn on data or Wi-Fi, and I'm running it through a VPN that's on the that's in America. So I'm not sure. Smiles at 10. Ross says you can receive it, but the app does not work here. Okay. FYI, my $5 does not count towards my channel. Oh, okay. Thank you, Ross. That's cool. Tim says, oh, come on, Ross. JK, brother. Ross says, I sent Zelle through my Chase Bank just as easy as sending another bill pay. Interesting. Very good. So I guess you have to go into your bank maybe and use the Zelle app there. Send money to Cash App, says Richard Cyphers. Ross says VPN does not help. Oh, okay. Well, then I won't be able to use the app over here then. Tim says, JC, well, your phone is fried to begin with, right? Yeah, that's very good. Ross says, I have same issue with the app, but not with online banking. Understood. Well, while we continue to try to get there, which I don't know why we're not getting there, Zelle should be on your banking app. All right. Well, let's go to my banking app. Let's figure this thing out, guys. Because we've already had enough people that agreed to send enough money to meet the challenge, which is kind of frustrating, to be honest with you. I'll go to my banking app right now and sign on, and it'll come up and it'll say, go in here. I see the $5 from Ross. Charles says, if the app is saying you have no internet, then it is recognizing the VPN and rejecting it. Some VPNs can hide the fact that they are VPN, some cannot. That's a very good point. Fair point there, Mr. Charles White. Fair point. Let's see here. Send money, transfer money, Zelle. Zelle is at the bottom. Send and transfer. Zelle. Let me see if I can get some kind of number out there or something and see if that works. I'll post it in the chat for you guys. It just says send or request. Recipients. Settings. Okay, that looks right. Activity. Got that from Ross. So if I request, well, it just blows itself up. It doesn't say anything. Help. Let's hit help. Oh, went to settings. Done. My screen is so bad on here, guys, that I can't even hit the done button. There we go. Oh, here we go. Request. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't give me a number I can put up on you guys. Anyway, okay. So I have it. It works. If you can use Zelle, you can use Zelle. It's all good. If you can't, no worries. We'll figure it out tomorrow or something. I kind of messed up this live stream by getting all down. But hey, it's a good learning experience for sure. Let's see. Charles says if the app, I got that. Okay, says, is your Zelle associated to an email address? I'm not sure. It should be. This would be the email address that it would be associated with, if it was associated at all. I will put it up here again. Bam. There we go. Let's see. Crap Law says, during this lockdown, what restrictions affect your ability to travel in the city? Within the city, there's not a lot of travel restrictions. The transportation is just cut to 50%. So you just have to be careful if you want to take public transportation. Ross says, Charles, email or phone number work. Venmo is even easier. Cool. News, Lyle says. Lyle's like, shut up and get to the news. Okay, I'm going to get to the news. Charles is asking Ross if that is the email what you use to send. Charles is obviously wanting to make his contribution in here. So I appreciate that, guys. I really, really, genuinely appreciate that. And I'm sorry, we have so much trouble. I don't know what to deal with. I don't know what's going on with PayPal. I'm going to the news right now, Lyle. Oh, yeah, you can send money out of chat sessions for sure. The PayPal link's in the description below. So my Cash App tag, just remember, here, I'll type it in the chat so it'll be in the chat if you want to come back and look at it. Oops, I got to put that thing in there. That's my Cash App tag. And yes, that's a reference to a 747-8, because I love airplanes very, very, very much. So Zelle won't work in Thailand. Well, that is just a pooper scooper. So by that token, we have $70 towards, because I only have money from the Cash App. So 70, and Ross said not to count the 5. I have $70 from the Cash App towards Ross's challenge. Charles says, I'll use Cash App for now. Just try and help others that may need to use Zelle. Very good, Charles. Very good, very good, very good. All right, news. Let's talk about, are these chat sessions available for download later? Yeah, you can download them. Absolutely. Download them as a podcast, whatever you need to. So let's talk about the news in Thailand today. And again, let me preface all of this news by saying this news is not intended to scare or cause anybody to be uncomfortable. This is just the news that's coming out of the media in Thailand right now. So right now, this is from the Tiger, and this was, somehow I hit something on my screen, and it was like it pulled up an article from three months ago. I don't know what's going on here. So today we had 18,912 new infections, 178 deaths. Did my Venmo work? Because Ross just came through with $5 on Venmo. Ty, thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that. Ross paid on Venmo. It says accept money. I'm going to get to the news, Lyle. I promise. Just send a test via Venmo. It says the fun and easy way to send money, make your payments, debit card, bank account, and more. Track all your payments in one place, split or share them. Apply for them a quick look at our fees. Sending money. Next. Sorry, trying to set this up as we go here, guys. Test 2 paid. Ross paid $5. Enter your information and create an account and accept money. Okay. Let's see. Let me try this, because if Venmo works, that would be very interesting. Let's see. Plus. Sorry, I'm putting my phone number in here, guys. What have we missed? All right. I agree. Submit. An unknown error occurred. So Venmo won't work, Ross. Venmo will not work. Even with my yep, Venmo won't work. No Venmo. Okay, good try. The money will still be waiting for you. You are going to need to verify your banking info due later. Okay, all right. I'll check it out. Check it out. Thanks for trying all these things, guys. I'm learning a lot about how to move money around for sure. Let's see here. We have Charles White says, oh no, Todd sent a $5 super chat. Thank you for that, Todd. Very much appreciate it. Charles White says, nope, you have 85 towards the challenge. 50 plus my 15, then my 15 plus 5. Okay, let me check that, Charles, real quick. All came through the Cash App, yeah? Because my Cash App total balance right now is $70. And that came from, let's look at transaction history here. Let's see. Okay, so you did 5 and 15. That's 20, Charles. Mice did not work. Griffin did 50 today. Griffin did 50. And yeah, that's right. So I only have 7. Are you counting the super chats too? Is that what you counting, Charles? Because there's only, oh, PayPal. PayPal's up. PayPal's up and running. That was a test from Ross. $5. PayPal's up, guys. Just letting you know. Right there. Got the email. PayPal is back up and running. So, yep, test again. Got it, Ross. $5. PayPal is back, baby. So if we're gonna make that challenge, go for it. I'm gonna start reading the news. Now that PayPal's up, everything should be fine. Thank you guys for bearing with me so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, Ross, I know you know how to send and receive money. That's why I'm listening to you. Can't remember where the 15 came from. Charles said, no, I think that was from the first when Griffin sent the. Are you talking about the last 15? I can't either because I can't find it. There we go. There's 50 more that just came in right there via PayPal. So that puts us at 50 and 70 is 120. And I'll show you the email in just a second. That's from Mr. Lyle. Lyle, I love you, brother. Thank you, man. I don't know why it went to that when I hit the email, but it did. It went to the wrong thing. Hang on one second. I can't even hit the buttons on my phone. My phone's so bad. Let's see here. You got no, uncheck all of those. X out of this. Okay, go back. I'm telling you, my phone is just busted. There's Lyle's $50 right there. $50 from Lyle. Good job. Thank you, Lyle. Thank you. Appreciate that very, 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 very much. Yes, we're now back to our regularly scheduled program, as Ross says. Man, this would have been so easy if Mike would have still been around. But we have, so we got 50 there, and then 70 in the Cash App. That's 120. So we're looking good. And that 50 that just came in, Charles, should be, let's see, that's 3 more $15. So another $15 there if you're still doing your thing. Did that 15 come in PayPal before the outage? No, sir. No, sir. Nothing came in PayPal until Ross just tested the PayPal that I just talked about. Griffin did 50 and another 15 came in after that. That's 15 for me so far, Ross says. Yep, that's right. Crab Claw says, I'll send you some money next week after I pay title back. Hey, it's all good, man. Don't worry about that. All good. And Charles White, of course, keeping his promise as always. Ross says I broke PayPal. Yeah, that was pretty close. Pretty close, but I got to get a new screen for this phone. I can't even pull up emails anymore. This is ridiculous. We just had Mr. Charles White send in $15 to match the, he's putting in $5 for every 15 that is contributed. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that more than you could possibly imagine. Thank you, guys. We're rocking and rolling here. So 15 and 120 is 135. We got, 125 to go? 125 to go? 120. Somebody keep count of that, please. Somebody keep track of that. Robert N., if you're in here, will you keep track of that? Or Lyle, somebody keep track of that? Because I'm going to go through the news. That's what I've been promising you guys, and that's exactly what I'm getting ready to do. And hopefully we'll still make our challenge today. That would be good. Got 10 in the kitty. Need 5 more for another 5, says Charles. Excellent. Excellent. Good. All right. So, record number of cases today. New briefs coming up. All right. Charles says he's tracking. Good deal. The police. Got to go back home again. My phone. I'm telling you, my phone is just. It's just screwed. Come on, baby. Work. Thank you. We're going to read an article from Koh Samui here. As it says, Koh Samui unaccustomed to C-19, many act in dismay. Koh Samui is not accustomed to C-19 worries and has been rocked by the outbreak this week as many locals struggle to cope with the first significant cluster on the island. So far, 40 infections have been identified from the Black Bamboo Club cluster, and several other seemingly unrelated infections had popped up also. A few more bars have been added to the contact tracing list as possible spreader locations, including Old School Bar, the Art, and the Art Store. Referenced but not named in our reporting yesterday after the sudden closure for renovations as news of the outbreak broke. Yes, most of them have went back up north, Crab Claw, and we don't call them that on here in this chat. Don't be offended. Please don't be offended when I remove your comment here. It's already been removed. Okay. We call them personal trainers or fitness instructors or drinking companions, which is my favorite. We just don't refer to them as that for YouTube purposes. Filtho says the spaghetti put me to sleep, but I'm back trying to catch up. Oh man, lots of catching up to do. Lyle says I'm drinking. I'm not keeping track of anything. Okay, buddy, you go. You go ahead, man. You go ahead and drink away. Have fun. Charles says 135 at Ross and Rayon. Awesome, man. Crap Law says, my bad. No worries. No worries. No worries. Travel Buddy works. No worries. Yes, most of them have returned home to their villages because there's simply no business for them right now, for the most part. Charles White says would be 150 if we could find that damn missing 15. I don't know where that missing $15 is, Charles. I really don't. I don't know how we got confused. I have to go back through the chat and try to find it, bud. I'm really sorry for the confusion there. You know I'm not BSing or anything. I don't know. We'll try to find him, man. Anon says aerobics trainers back from my ride, but will be in passive mode. Cool. Thanks for coming back, Anon. Pete says, hey, JC, Skyscanner has C-19 requirements for each country before booking. That's a good idea. If you want to fly, you can use Skyscanner, and Skyscanner will then give you the appropriate information for the country that you're trying to reach, is my understanding, Pete, correct? Crab Claw says, significant Asian other. Yes. Currently sleeping at the moment. I don't know how over my loud mouth, but that's what's happening. Charles says, no, it came in and you mentioned it, so maybe it was a failure and I missed that part. I think so. I think that was when Live My Ass Off was trying to get his 50 in. I think that's what happened. I believe. Ross says, SAO, that's the best Crab Claw. Fair enough. Todd Bailey says, how much longer can this go on before Thai economy is damaged beyond repair? Great question, Todd. We talked earlier in the live stream where we're talking about the Thai economy is now, again, not to scare anybody. Don't want anybody scared. This is not fake news. This is not misleading. I'm not a economist. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a doctor. You should not take anything I say for the truth. This is just one man's opinion, and Ross has pretty much summed it up in his comment. But for all intents and purposes, the Thai economy has been decimated already. Can it be repaired? Yes, but these businesses are going to have to be allowed to reopen. The reason you're seeing a rise, again, not to scare anybody, this is just the way life is in Thailand right now. You're seeing a rise of homelessness, and you're also seeing a rise of, or I'm seeing in the media, a rise of drug-related crimes, moving drugs, selling drugs, people getting found with drugs because everybody's trying to make an extra buck. You're seeing a lot of websites getting shut down, live streaming shut down that used to have, because you now under the emergency decree, I believe it's the emergency decree. I could be wrong in that statement, but they're in the dark red zones. They don't allow gathering of more than 5 people, and in some places you can't drink alcohol with more than one person. That's actually a rule. So the live streaming that was happening was, of course, with the girls, and they were putting on their little shows or whatever. They already lived in the same room anyway, but they were putting on their little shows or whatever, and then the police would come in and raid wherever the shows were being held at, and they would either take them to jail, fine them, lock them up, or cancel it, and the live streaming was shut down. When they're just trying to make an income and a living, and whether that's right or wrong is up to you to decide. I'm nobody to decide. So that's but that's where it is right now. Crab Claw says there are food lines in Pattaya. There are food lines in many places actually. It's not going to be long before you see them in certain. Well, I think there already are in certain places in Bangkok. But Bangkok's entertainment industry is something that people forget about during this time, because the city of Bangkok is so big and has so many other things going on. They forget about the nightlife part of Bangkok. That is a huge part of Bangkok's economic sector, right? And it's all closed right now as well. With the restaurants in Bangkok being essentially closed, you can only qualify from, we just had another PayPal. You can only qualify for takeout food only. So you can only get takeout food from the restaurant. You can't go in and sit down and eat in the dark red zones. Just not good. And if you're in a shopping mall, restaurant in a shopping mall, not allowed to open at all. Barbershops, anything like that in a shopping mall, not allowed to open. Richard Cypress, my man, great video show, he says, and I cover his name up because he has his middle initial in there, but he just sent in $20 more. All right, Charles, after you do your thing, then you tell me what the count is, brother. I think we're going to get there, Ross. I think we can do it. We can do it. We can do it. I think we can do it. Let's see. Yeah, the food lines are everywhere, and the food lines in Pattaya look really, really bad. If you look at the pictures from the people waiting in line for food sitting on the beach, that's sad. I'm not saying scary. I'm saying sad. No, Crab Claw. On YouTube, you can't say anything scares you right now because Thailand could see that as a potential security risk. Okay? Yes, I'm in Bangkok, in case you're wondering. Let's see. Charles says, I love Skyscanner. Here's a trick. When you check prices, be in browser privacy mode and change your VPN to different countries, even though your flight will be from your home to Thailand. That's pretty cool. That's actually very cool, to be honest with you. We just got $10 more from Mr. Charles White, keeping his end of the promise. Ross, he's helping on the challenge just as he promised. I'll let Charles total it up, and he can tell us exactly where we're at. It might be 150. Charles says, hashtag make Ross pay, and me too. I like that. Thank you, guys. Thank you, and thank you all for the contribution, Griffin and Lyle and Charles and Ross and everybody that's been Richard that's contributed so far. Much appreciated. Really, really, really appreciate it. But yes, Todd, the economy here is damaged. I wouldn't say beyond repair, but it's going to take a long time for the Thai economy to recover. It really is. I mean, it's going to take a long time for the Thai economy to recover. Even if they open the doors tomorrow and just let people in, which in my opinion, they should do. Because we're living in a world where this illness is everywhere. You can't stop it. We talked about how effective the lockdowns were in the beginning of the live stream, and you know how since they imposed the lockdowns, the numbers have just kept going up and up and up and up, right? But that shouldn't scare anyone. That should just be something to take mental note of, and encourage people that believe in the jab to get the jab. And for those who don't believe in the jab, find an alternative method or do whatever you want because it's your body and you should have the freedom of choice, in my opinion. Thanks for the tip there, Charles. Ross says 70% are just fine. It's the 30% of tourism sector that's destroyed. That's fair. I am in Bangkok, Crab Claw. Ross says, as someone who is very close with one of the bars streams, they did the right move and went from Pattaya, set up virtual bar and home village. That is absolutely genius. Absolutely genius. So yeah, that's a very, 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 very good thing, Ross. I'm glad they did that. That's actually pretty smart, to be honest with you. Charles White says Crab Claw. Yes, he is. Ross says that's 150, I think. Charles says 165. Fair enough. We'll go with 165. I guess. I'm not 100% sure. We got a $15 miscalculation, or not miscalculation, but discrepancy in there somewhere. But it's all good. I still think we're going to make it. Lyle says food lines here in the U.S. are still scary. I hear you, bro. Crab Claw says, hey, sorry, bro. I have to remind myself you're not in the States. Different set of rules over there. Yes, definitely a different set of rules. And that's something else we can talk about. These laws over here of not being able to talk about things that are going on around us are absolutely just frustrating, to say the least. And when I say frustrating, I mean frustrating. Because you can't say what you really want to say without the possibility of being fined or going to jail. And that's not something I'm accustomed to. Even after being in Southeast Asia, it's even worse in the Philippines. I was there for 9 months before I came to Thailand. So these things are new to me. I'm not familiar with them. They don't feel right. You know, it's all it's. I'm just not used to being able to not be able to say, you know, yeah, it's free speech with an asterisk. That's a good point. Crap law. Good point. Very good point. And that's one thing you have to be careful of being in Thailand for sure. Thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up button. I really appreciate that, by the way. Charles says, I have the accounting, not counting the 15 cents we can't find it. Gotcha, bud. Okay. So Charles says 165. That's good. We need to get to 250. 250 is where we're headed. And then Ross is going to make it a $500 day. And we're going to have an awesome freaking awesome weekend. That's what we're going to have. Okay, so we're talking about Koh Samui there. And talking about a little outbreak they had. Some residents who had not had to face a real risk of infection until now were spooked and stressed. Posts in Thai Facebook groups, some from the very people at the club and waiting for test results, started suggesting Samui be sealed off. So that's another thing here in Thailand that I want you guys to be super hyper aware of. Okay, that is that the most of the Thais that I know are terrified of this illness. Okay, and I mean terrified of it. Integrity Legal did a good job on going over a video the other day of talking about percentages of people infected and percentages of death rates and that kind of thing. I personally don't, Jeremy, this guy, that I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. I just personally don't see a reason to be terrified of it. Unless you are old, unless you have pre-existing health conditions that could cause problems. And Anon says, yet another reason to be a channel member to the private line group. That is very good, Anon. Another good point there. With channel membership comes access to the line group. And you guys never told me whether or not to let Ross says his channel membership would cost him $7.50 a month. So that's not fair for him. But I also said that channel members, that line group would only be available for channel members. But I also said that a considerable one-time cash payment would also get you in that line group basically forever. So I'm thinking if Ross comes through on his challenge today, which I'm sure he will, and we'll get there. I'm thinking that's good enough reason to let Ross in. If any channel member disagrees with that statement or has a problem with that, please leave it in the comments below or put it in the chat so that we can talk about it. Because I think with Ross making a large one-time cash payment, I think there's no reason not to let Ross in the chat group, especially since he's throwing out this incredible challenge for us today and tried to help me and the channel out tremendously. We may even have enough money to travel a little bit once they lift these dark red restrictions. There is the link. Thank you, Robert N., for becoming a channel member. Ross says needs to be unanimous votes. Well, what I'm going to do, Ross, if someone says, if nobody says not to let you in, then that is unanimous to me. And the channel members that are watching this live stream are the people that are going to get to say in that. And I don't see any reason why. Like I said, rather than paying every month, a one-time cash payment should be an option for some people, in my opinion, to get in the group. So yeah, Charles says let Ross in. Richard says let Ross in. So it's, it'll be all up to you in the end, Ross, with the cash payment. So Anyway, Crab Claw just accidentally put his cigarette out in his last Corona. That's not good. What do paying channel members get? Paying channel members get a live stream a month, a private live stream a month, which this month we had one, but it kind of failed a little bit, and I apologize for that, guys. But we can also have a live stream in the line group, by the way. I don't know if you guys are aware of that or not, which we're likely going to do this month, since this is almost the end of the month. You also get extra content. I have extra content in the channel members area that you can't get anywhere else. Very valuable information in some ways. In other ways, I have photo shoots on there. I have behind the scenes of the photo shoots, and I have photos that I can't put on YouTube on there from those photo shoots. I have just various pieces of content on there. Personal updates, some private information is in there. It's pretty cool. Okay, let's see. Free Britney and let Ross in. I hear you, man. Charles says, "Oh my God, oops at Crab Claw." Yeah, that's not a good one. I'm gonna drink it anyway. Charles White says bikinis and other stuff. Yes, that's true. Jason, what's up, buddy? And you can say your piece in there without censorship issues. Yes, you can. The only rules to my line group are no politics, no religion. That's it. That's it. And no disrespecting each other. We do not disrespect each other. And we have had some great, and I mean fantastic conversations in that line group. I've shared in that line group, I've shared all my pictures from, well, not all, but about half of my pictures from Peru that are not available to channel membership or here on YouTube. I shared pictures from other photo shoots. I've shared pictures from, I'm going to be sharing all kinds of pictures that I've taken in the past that have not been shown before or that are locked up in privacy on my Facebook page, stuff like that. So all kinds of cool stuff in there. Law says, Crab Claw, do you like bikinis? JC is a photographer. And Crab Claw says, heck to the yeah. So all you got to do is hit the join button below. It's pretty cool, man. $2.99 a month, and it helps supports the channel, and you actually get some benefit out of it for sure. Crab Claw says, I'm a guy. The last time I wore a bikini was 78. And Charles says, yes, skinny younger than JC. That's good. Yeah, that is a good thing. Okay, so the residents in Koh Samui were, so during this time when these lockdowns and things were going on, they kind of kept things open. I wasn't aware of this, but they did. They kind of kept things open. So in keeping things open, they didn't have any problems because they were basically a sealed off island. You couldn't really get there, to be honest. So they didn't have any problems with, or had very little problems with C-19. Now that they've opened the Samui Plus model, which, by the way, now you only have to stay in the Phuket sandbox for 7 days, and then you can travel to these other islands. So now that they've done that and they've seen the COVID come in, they're scared, right? They're scared. And being scared is not the way to handle this situation. Don't be scared. You don't want to be brave and just try to take it on by yourself and say, oh, there's nothing to worry about, because that's not the case. There is stuff to worry about. People do die from this illness. That is sad. That is tragic. We want to avoid that at all costs. People get very sick from this illness. We want to avoid that at all costs. But we don't want people freaking out over it. What we want is jabs, and what we want is safety. That's what the people are telling me. So when I say what we want, I'm speaking on behalf of everybody that I'm aware of. Let's see. Charles White says, I heard they are making plans to exclude all domestic travel into the sandboxes. Going to be an international destination with no locals. They canceled the 7-day thing yesterday, I thought. They may have canceled the 7-day thing. I haven't heard about that, so that very well may be true. They have basically made it impossible for you to get onto Phuket if you travel domestically. And when I say basically, it's because there's a couple catches in there, just one little loophole here and there that could potentially get you on the island. But it's pretty much impossible because you have to have both inoculations, right, or both jabs. And right now, that number of people in Thailand that have had both jabs is extremely small. They just don't have the Thailand does not have the jabs right now to distribute. People, thankfully, other countries are donating a lot of jabs right now. I got one jab myself, in case you guys were wondering. I got the AZ version a couple Sundays ago and had minimal side effects, but still some side effects. Crab Claw says, if you travel to Thailand now, is there still a 14-day queue in effect? If you come in that way, yes, there is a 14-day queue. If you come in Phuket Sandbox right now, it's my understanding that you are still on for 14 days. You can't leave the island or the section, the islands around it, pretty much, is what is my understanding of it. Charles White says, Crab, yes, ASQ or Sandbox. Cool. Travel TV says 5% of people in Thailand are fully vaxxed. So there you go. They wanted, by October, it was said by high-ranking officials that 70% of the population would be fully inoculated. I do not see how that would be possible at this time. So, continuing on with the Samui stuff, a 30-year-old Thai woman confirmed to be infected snuck out of the hospital and off the island in a car with a man and 2 other women and attempted to flee their home in Songkhla. They were apprehended at Donsak Pier on the mainland and moved to a hospital there. But questions were raised about the fallout for the ferry and the staff that were exposed to the infected fugitive and what effect that may have on transportation on and off the island in the immediate future. So 600 people were tested yesterday, and one Koh Samui resident who visited the testing site today after being exposed to several people who frequent Black Bamboo Club estimated about 500 more people in attendance today. The resident said they were told that the results would be returned tomorrow. Many have suggested that scared locals who hadn't felt at risk for C-19 on the quiet island before took advantage of the free testing and flooded the testing site across the Central Festival on Shuang Lake, regardless of whether or not they had attended Black Club or were at known risk of exposure. Testing is expected to continue as more people show up for tests than medical staff are able to administer each day. Those who are tested are asked to self-queue for at least a week, especially while waiting for test results. Those who have not been tested are asked to self-queue for 2 weeks. Koh Samui has spent the last year and a half quietly sheltered from the C-19 infections as a result of its island location and easy-to-control ports of entry. C-19 was a national problem, but locally, infections were few and far between, with whispered rumors that anyone testing positive was being whisked off the island quietly to the mainland for treatment in Surat Thani. That's a rumor. I don't know. Crab Claw says, JC talks some Thai. Can't do that. I talk very, 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 very little Thai. Very little Thai. Many only wore masks for the occasional chain store like 7-Eleven that followed national regulations, and even those who did mask up often considered it more of a gesture to show support for the greater good of Thailand than as protection from an actual local threat of infection. A lot of residents grumbled when bars and clubs shut down, even though there was essentially no infections on the island, and numerous businesses quietly flouted the C-19 restrictions to serve customers and maintain a semi-normal life during the whole situation. So when a club that has been open more often than not during restrictions became the epicenter of an outbreak, Samui residents were completely blindsided. Their assumed bubble of safety suddenly burst. And as you would imagine, in that situation, it probably caused a lot of panic. It remains to be seen if the local population, accustomed to safety from the C-19 pandemic, other parts of Thailand, I didn't mean to say that whole word, other parts of Thailand suffered so greatly from for so long will be too conditioned by their lifestyle to be scared straight by the outbreak and take strict safety precautions to curb the spread. Source News 7 is where that article came from. So basically, you got a bunch of people that didn't have to deal with the chaos that was going on everywhere else, and now they're having to deal with it, and they're scared, and I feel very sorry for them. I do. Crabclaw says, if you teach English, don't you need to speak Thai? Also, just curious. Absolutely not. They don't want you speaking any Thai to the kids at all. None. Zero. Zilch. Ross says, on the phone again? Okay. Charles says, make me pay, damn it. He says, make me pay. We have a challenge out there, in case anybody's joining. I don't know where we're at on the challenge, but Ross has agreed to contribute $250 if we raise $250. I think we're at $150 or $165, something like that. So we don't have that far to go, and we'll see if we get there. I don't know. We'll see if we get there. We're at 165, says Charles. We're at 165. So we literally need $85 more dollars. Is that right? $85 more dollars, Charles? The goal was 250. Yes, Crabclaw. The goal was 250. If we get 250, then Ross is going to match that 250. And based on what I've seen here from the channel members, that one-time cash payment will get him access to the line group forever with no questions asked. As he does not want to be a commit the high price of the channel membership. So he has a higher price channel membership. The channel membership is only $2.99, but the way he would do it would cost him more. 85 more to go, says Charles White. There you go, guys. 85 more to go. We got 31 people watching. And I appreciate the thumbs up. We got 35 thumbs up. That's awesome. So what else is some of the strict safety measures that Thailand continues to enforce? Well, Bangkok Airways extends flight suspension to August the 11th. This is interesting. In a post to Facebook this afternoon, Bangkok Airways announced that they will be extending the suspension of their domestic flights until August the 11th. They will ground all flights except flights connected to the Phuket Sandbox and Samui Plus international reopening programs. You can see this is a very desperate time for Thailand. It's a very desperate time for Thailand economy. It's a very desperate time for Thailand to get tourists coming back. Thank you for putting the PayPal link down there, Robert. The PayPal link and the Cash App is also tagged at the top in the pinned comment. Should you guys wish to help us get the $85 we need to hit today's challenge, that would be absolutely amazing. I really want to hit it because I really want to see the trolls go crazy. Sorry, it's just who I am. And let's see. The announcement comes following Yeah, you guys sent 50 apiece, Lyle. That's right. I'm super duper duper grateful for that. Mike tried to send 50. And I'm sure he will either do that or send or do something else at some point. He tried to send 50. Roger tried to send something, but I think Roger left the chat. But he tried to send something through PayPal. PayPal had an outage, so that was a little bit of a hiccup there. But love you guys and much appreciate you guys sending the everything that you did. I mean, everybody that sent anything in has been super appreciated. Crab Claw says, so right now, if you're flying over from the States to see the sights, now is the worst time. That's correct. Well, I have to say that in my personal opinion, that would be correct. I would not, if I was a tourist right now, I would not come to Thailand. Just simply because of the cost of the Phuket sandbox does not, to the best of my knowledge, it doesn't include the 3 tests you have to take. You have to pay for those. 212 Roger is now a channel member. Welcome to the channel. Channel member section, 212 Roger. I appreciate you becoming a channel member, sir, and I certainly hope that you find the content in the member section very valuable. Just go to the community tab on the homepage and you will be able to find all channel members info there. It will be awesome. So please enjoy 212 Roger. Thank you very much for becoming a channel member. I really appreciate it. Crab Claw says, but aren't prices rock bottom? No. In many cases, you're seeing, once again, like taxis, for example, really take advantage of the people that are coming in. Now, they tried to put a stop to that. I don't know if it worked or not, but there was initially a ton of complaints. I say a ton. There was initially several complaints of taxis trying to price gouge tourists as they came in to the Phuket sandbox. And of course, the Phuket government came out with statements saying that, don't do that. It's a bad thing, blah, all that stuff. So hopefully that incentivized people. Speaking of trolls, 35 up and 11 down. Yes, we got 11 down. Good deal. All the more reason for us to get the last 85 bucks. Crab Claw says, don't argue with the taxi driver. I learned that from you. Well, that's a very fair point. There's no point arguing with the taxi driver. You either agree that the meter is going to be turned on when you get in the car, have him turn the meter on before you close the door, or you agree on the price of where you're at to get to your destination before you get in the car. Okay, do one of those two things. Also, every taxi here in Thailand has a little yellow. Sorry, 1 second. Gotta. Okay, good. Yeah, you hit him. Good job, Robert. Okay. The other was don't with the taxi. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second. With the taxi driver there's a little sticker in yellow on the door in the back seat. There's also information up front. Take a picture of it on your phone. Take that picture and capture it essentially has the tag number, basically, or the cab license number of the taxi that you're in, and you shouldn't have a problem. Me personally, where Bolt is available, the Bolt app, Bolt, I did a video on this. I would use that. That seems to be the most efficient, effective ride sharing service in Thailand, in my opinion. It's the least expensive, and it's absolutely been a blessing for me. I mean, really been a blessing for me. And I have a motorbike, so there you go. Gotta love Thailand. Hello to you, man. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. Hope your channel's doing well. Hope you're doing well. Crap Claw says sick buffalo sick. Yep. that's always a possibility when you're dealing with ties here. Always. Somebody's sick and needs money. Charles says, yes, ask price and walk if you don't agree. I walked on one motorbike taxi when he quoted me too much. Said, thank you, no. Charles says, used Bolt several times, but not available in Phuket. Okay, so it's not available in Phuket. It is available in Bangkok and Pattaya. I do know that for sure. Bangkok and Pattaya do have Bolt. So you can download the app Bolt. It's in green and white, and shouldn't have a problem there. Yes, Grab services, Travel TV, Grab services are still available to the best of my knowledge. They just are a little more expensive than Bolt. Bolt's just cheap. I mean, it's just cheaper than any other app I've used, such as Grab or any other private companies that I used to use for taxi services and that kind of thing. All right. The announcement, this is the flight cancellation announcement. The announcement comes following the outbreaks in Samui and Phuket and threatened the international programs and have tightened entry restrictions to both the Gulf Island and the Andaman Island. The airline declared the postponement of flight resumptions to be following the prevention measures enacted by the government to curb rising infections and outbreaks around the country. What they fail to realize is the only thing that the government can really do at this point, in my opinion, is, again, not scare somebody, not spreading false information. This is an opinionated statement from me. I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. But in my opinion, the only thing the government can really do at this point is to get more jabs in the country and get people signed up for jabs. That's really all they can do, because we're almost, we're 10 or 11 days, 12 days into this lockdown. All right, Travel TV, take care of yourself, brother. Be safe, man. But we're 10 to 12 days into this lockdown, and the numbers are just going up and up and up and up and up and up. Just like they did the last lockdown and the lockdown before that. So I can't say with absolute certainty that like the lockdowns benefit anyone. I don't see the benefit. Maybe there is some benefit that I don't know about. I can't see it. I don't see any evidence of it. We're still at the same place, Ross. We have $85 left to go, believe it or not. So we're waiting on $85 more in contribution, and then Ross is going to give the channel $250, guys. So we want to try to get that $85 in contributions in. PayPal, Cash App. The link is at the top in the comment section. Charles says they just need to set up a queue on circumvent and take anyone walking by. That would not be a bad idea. The problem is there's not enough jabs here to do that. That has to be the reason, right? I can't say that with absolute certainty, but that's the logical reason. The logical reason is there's just not there's just not enough jabs in the country. They just got 1.5 million doses of the Pfizer, right? Let me finish this, and then I'll talk about those where those jabs got allocated to, and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right. So the post specifies that of now flights that are transiting international travelers that arrive into Bangkok and then connect to Koh Samui as part of the Samui Plus program are still operating as scheduled. The airline was not as decisive about the fate of Phuket Sandbox flights, asking customers to stand by for updates on the Phuket flights as the situation unfolds and the new ban on domestic travelers. Now, that's not my words. That's coming out of this article, ban on domestic travelers. So you can see that it's very, very hard. It's going to be extremely difficult to get in to the island of Phuket right now. And that goes into effect August the 3rd, by the way. Affected ticketed passengers are being offered several solutions, including the option to rebook their flight for another date without any booking fee or travel voucher for the full value of their original ticket. They can also request an open ticket, one that postpones their original date of travel but does not confirm a new travel date yet, by filling out a form online. Any of these options need to be done at least 24 hours before the originally scheduled departure. On a related note, Bangkok Airways announced just 3 days ago its plan to resume its first international flight since the C-19 situation, with unfortunate timing. The Singapore to Koh Samui flight intends to relaunch on August 1st, but the announcement was released just a few hours before news broke of the Black Bamboo Club C-19 outbreak that has infected 40 people so far and propelled the island from a nearly C-19 free zone to a new infection hotspot. Bangkok Airways intends to run flights on Monday, Thursday, and Sunday, traveling to Singapore in the afternoon and returning to Samui in the evening. And the source of that is Bangkok Airways Facebook. Now, I want to talk to you about these vaccine allocations because you're really going to be surprised at where these vaccines go. By the way, the CCSA, 17 hours ago, the CCSA considers extending restrictions in the dark red zones for another 14 days. And when they say consider, you can almost bet that they're going to continue these restrictions for another 14 days. There's the PayPal link over there, guys. We got $85 to go, $85 to go in the challenge, and then we get a $250 bonus if we get $85 more dollars. How about that? Okay, you guys are talking to each other over there in chat. That's cool. Nothing wrong with that at all. Sorry, guys. Let me cut down the AC a little bit here. I'm going to try to keep going as long as I can, give you as much news as I can. Hopefully, we can get that $85 in here and see Ross hit it with that big number, and then bam, the channel's just rocking, and the trolls are going crazy. But they already got to be going crazy because we've already made $165 today. So I mean, and had the opportunity to make more than that had PayPal not crashed. So I love it. I love it. And you guys are this DoMoreLife family is just awesome, and it's going to get even better. As soon as things open up again, boys, I'm hitting the road, especially with this online job I've got. I plan to use it to make as much money as possible as well. And I'm going to reinvest all that money right back into what I love doing. And also a project that a friend of mine and myself are working on, which should be amazing. Well, Ross, okay, so let me tell you what just happened on the phone here. So Charles White, as most people when they contribute, look at it as investing in the continuation of the channel and investing in the future of the channel, right? So Charles White just sent the $85 that we needed to make $250 total, and with the tag future investment. That is an amazing amount of money, Charles. I cannot say thank you enough. My heart is completely full at the moment because that is a huge that is a huge step in helping out this channel and helping me out. I just can't tell you, guys, how much I appreciate you. I really can't. I really can't tell you. Charles, thank you so much. I never have any expectations from you guys, but you guys that have contributed today, whether it was $5 or whether it was $50 or whatever the case may be, I love you guys, and I really genuinely appreciate it. Genuinely, I appreciate it. And I'm going to leave it at that. We're not cutting off the live stream, but Charles has just made future investment there. Richard Cypress just sent in another $20 for another great show, he says. I'll cover his first name up. So there's another 20. So we are well over $250 now. I don't know if Ross is listening or not. He may be on the phone, not sure. But he says matching contribution for each 15. So Charles didn't let us down there either. Charles, brother, you are absolutely amazing. I don't know how else to say it. There's Ross still on the phone, but saw the 85 pop up on screen. Did that make me pay? Put in chat. Can't hear. Yes, and we got an additional 20. We got 25 more, plus 25. Yeah, Charles has got it in there. Charles, tell Ross we got an additional 25 and an additional. What did Richard send? Richard Cypher sent something. What did he send? Was that 20 more from him? Yeah, and another 20 from him. So we went well over. The people whose names are in colors, are they paid members? Yes, they are the $2.99 a month DoMoreLife Army. I like calling them that. They're the DoMoreLife family, the tight-knit group we have, the DoMoreLife family. Here is, for all of you that are channel members and need my line ID, I'll give it to you real quick. Because I can block anybody on here, so it doesn't really matter. That's my line ID. If you don't already have me online, just add me online and send me a message saying you're a channel member, and I will add you to the line group, because the line group has become the heart and soul of the channel membership, as there's a lot of content there. David says, hi, mate. Sorry I had to go out. Back now. Cheers. Robert says, crab claw. Yes, different color with the symbol next to the name. The different colors is just the amount of time that they've been channel members. Crab claw. Good question, though. Again, before I continue the news, and I'm going to continue the news, okay? I just want to say that I can't say thank you enough to you guys who have contributed today. I just can't say thank you enough. I want you to know that. So, when Ross just said, is that enough to make me pay? So when Ross's payment comes through without objection, we're going to let Ross into the line group, and because of the big contribution. Okay. We're going to let him into the line group. Unfortunately, to get the channel member access through YouTube, you actually have to be a channel member. There's nothing I can do about that in terms of that part of the channel member content, but I can always send him the content separately or whatever. It's not a big deal. This is all about family. Lyle, you are 100% right. This is about growing as a family. This is about getting bigger. This is about getting better. This is about learning. And And thank you guys, all you guys, and Lyle and Charles. You guys put up challenges every week, almost every day, and then you find ways to match them. And Richard, he contributes all the time. So do you. There are just so many people in here that do so much for this channel that I could never I could never repay you guys for any of this. The only way I'm going to repay you is keep doing what I'm doing, and then I'm going to get better at it. And we're going to reinvest the money in the channel, especially the money that I'm going to be earning through my new online teaching gig. We're going to reinvest that money, and I'm going to get some new equipment, some better equipment. And one of these days, we'll be doing live streams. There's Ross's PayPal, by the way. We'll be doing live streams from maybe a real studio setup, podcast, and all that stuff. So I'm not going to show the name of his company on here. He wrote a note. Let me read the note. Here's to paying your bills, eating, and more. Ross, I thank you. I love you, man, and I appreciate you for it, bro. You know I do. Ross and I go back a long way, in case you guys don't know. And he's done a lot to help out. In fact, during this partial furlough, this is his second $250 contribution. So I can't say thank you enough, Ross, for that and for putting this challenge out today. I really, genuinely appreciate it, brother. So let me cover the name that he sent it under, and there is the $250 that we got. So I would just like to say it to all the trolls that watch this channel. This is how you build a community. Okay, this is how you build a family. This is how you build people that support each other. Okay, and you do that by adding value. All right, you don't do it by talking about people behind their backs. You don't do it about speculating about people. You don't do it by talking about how much better you are than everybody else. You give people value. That's how you build community. That's how you build relationships. Crabclaw says, can a person in the States teach English to Thais online? Yeah, absolutely. You can teach, well, I don't know about Thais online. You can definitely teach Chinese kids. But through I'm sure there's a program out there that will allow you to teach Thais. Ross, let me just say that's an enormous chunk of money, brother. And I just love you for it, man. I do, and I appreciate it so much. It's absolutely unbelievable. And I want to say thank you to all you guys that can. I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna go back to the news. Okay, I want to say a super duper thank you to everyone who contributed today and made this happen, because this literally sets next month in perspective for me. I'm a lot less worried about next month than I was, and it's just, it's just much more of a stress-free life, and you guys made that possible. So on tomorrow's live stream, we'll have to do something a little special. I just don't know exactly what yet. You can kick ideas around in the comments there. Ross says, you don't want to know how much I just sent the wife. I understand, man. I understand. I understand 100%. Somebody just sent me a line message real quick. I can imagine, Ross. I can imagine, that's for sure. Oh, there you go. Mr. Charles White, accounting method, manual scribble. I like that. He just sent a picture over in the line group over there, which reminds me. Let me go ahead and invite Ross live here to let's see, Ross. There you are, and invite. And your invitation has been sent, Ross. All you have to do is accept the invitation on the Line app, and you are in there, brother. And I appreciate you very much. Very, very, very much. I don't think anybody would have an objection. Even if they do, it's too late now. We've made our decision. So Glad to have you in the group, man. Glad to have you in the group. Okay, let's talk. I really want to talk about these. Just had a brand new updated message here. This tells you how things are going in Thailand. Okay, Crap Law says we're happy if you're happy. But brother, I'm happy. I mean, I am happy. So from Jack Arthur, Phuket reservations slow down for August. So people are not liking it. It appears as though people are not liking the fact that there's so many infections here in Thailand. They're worried because what are they going to, if you come over on an extended holiday, after your 14 days of being locked up on the islands, when I say locked up on the islands, I don't mean like in jail on islands. I mean just locked into that section of land, right? Or that area. What are you going to do after that? If there's infections everywhere and we now have certain scientists saying that even if you've been fully inoculated, you still need to wear a mask and that kind of thing. I don't know. Ross says, are you so happy you will sing Pharaoh song Happy? Oh man, I can't sing. I would absolutely. Since I have my thyroid removed, singing is something that just can't do. It just sounds like me talking in a really loud voice. It's like, it's bad, man. Lyle says Ross's wife might want to know why he's signing up for Line app. He's already been online app. He just wasn't part of the group, Lyle. It's okay. And Ross's wife knows me, so it's not a big deal. Reservation. This is what he writes. Reservation bookings in the Phuket sandbox are slowing down for August amidst speeding up COVID cases on the island. Siripakorn Shiwasamut, an official from, I hope I said that right, I mean no disrespect. An official from the Tourism Authority of Thailand says hotel reservations for August has gone down by 5% over the last couple of days. As of Thursday, a person shy of 13,000 people had visited Phuket. 30 travelers tested positive. The sandbox scheme has slowly gained steam since the grand reopening on the 1st of this month. Hotels that have been certified by the SHA Plus scheme report 298,858 bookings for room nights. In the third quarter of that number, 192,403 room nights had been booked for July. 98,735 room nights were for August, and 7,720 room nights were for September. Same guy says the average stay per person is 11 nights. So people are not leaving and then going around Thailand. They're just coming in for the sandbox and maybe the islands, maybe Samui and the other islands, which is not a bad idea. And maybe they're building their business around there. It will certainly help the businesses there arise. As you can see, what they've done is they've pulled everybody from Thailand that's already in Thailand and said, you're not coming in to Phuket. Basically, that's what they've said. Okay, I'm paraphrasing, but they've said, you guys are not coming in and infecting the tourists that are coming in over here. That kind of thing. So they're trying to keep a clean model, everything clean for the tourists that are coming in that are having their 1 week, 2 week vacations over there, and then they're going back home. That's great. Let them make the money. Let them do it like that until the situation gets back under control. It's all good, man. Ross is talking about his wife. That sounds like something. That sounds like something your wife will talk to you about while you're getting a massage, Ross. That is awesome. At least 2 live streams per week. Crap Law. Yep, Ross has got the other information for you there. The president of Thai Hotels Association, the Southern chapter, says tourists had expressed concerns about the COVID situation, so hotel proprietors have been trying to alleviate those anxieties by telling them about the prevention measures already in place. Reportedly, there have not been any early checkouts from Phuket Sandbox visitors. Keyword there, reportedly, right? Reportedly. Let's see. Kong Sak says even more hotels intend to reopen in the final quarter. He claims this will shoot the occupancy rate up to 20%. The president went on to say that tourism prospects for Phuket can fluctuate depending on the domestic market, which can be tricky to predict regarding the recovery period due to the last outbreak. The provincial order on Thursday imposed even stricter restrictions lasting from August 3rd to August 16th. Which relates to all vehicles getting into Phuket with the exception of essential travel. Phuket provincial governor, the Phuket provincial governor says officials don't want to shut the island down so soon after reopening it. He finished his remarks with a patriotic flourish, saying because they don't want to re-shut down, they have to increase preventative measures and cut back on some activities to save Phuket, the sandbox, and the country. Sounds a little overdramatic to me, but that's just my personal opinion. Again, what do I know, right? All right, so I want to talk to you guys about, I still want to show you where these vaccines are going. I'll find that in a second, I promise. Oh, by the way, they now claim that these spray guns, these alcohol spray guns or whatever, are dangerous and shouldn't be used. Let's see here. My phone. Let's see if this tells us where the shots are actually going. Yeah, okay, here's what I wanted to read you guys. This is going to be interesting. Charles White says, my girlfriend was in queue. I walked around the store with my camera in line so she could pick things for me to buy and drop off for her at the reception. She also talked to the salespeople to help me find stuff. That's pretty smart, actually. Okay, that's the time for the live streams. Crab Claw appreciates that. Ross says the spray gun looks like some cheap sci-fi movie product. Yes, it does. I agree, Ross, 100%. All right, so check this out. This is, in my opinion, again, I'm not a medical doctor. This is not medical advice. Nor do I intend to cause fear or panic in any way, form, or fashion. So this is what happens. This is an article from the Tiger, and I'll give you the exact source in just a few moments. It was published 2 days ago. The U.S. government to donate 2.5 million vaccine doses to Thailand. According to a Thai PBS World Report, the U.S. has confirmed it will donate 2.5 million doses of the C-19 jabs to Thailand. Thai American Senator Tammy Duckworth made the announcement during a webinar on Thai-U.S. relations. It's understood the donation is part of a pledge by the administration of President Joe Biden to provide vaccines for developing countries. Yeah, I agree the number's low, Ross. But I'm more concerned with where the jabs are going when they get here. So check this out. This is really important, guys. Really important. 38 thumbs up. That's awesome. Let's see if we can get 40. That would be fantastic. The U.S. has already donated 1.5 million doses of the Pfizer jab to Thailand, with the Thai government pledging to administer. Now, listen. The Thai government pledging to administer 700,000 doses to every frontline healthcare worker in the country. Despite the assurances, a group of medical workers and other concerned persons have called on U.S. to oversee the distribution of the donated vaccines in order to hold the government to its word. In other words, the people don't trust that the government's going to send the vaccines to where they say they're going to go. Now, the long-awaited Pfizer doses are now expected to land in the kingdom tomorrow, and they did. That was yesterday. With the U.S. Embassy planning a press conference to confirm their arrival, Thai PBS World reports, check this out, 645,000 doses will be given to the elderly, women who are more than 12 weeks pregnant. Sorry about the phone. Thai PBS World reports that 645,000 doses will be given to the elderly, women who are more than 12 weeks pregnant, and people with underlying conditions. Okay, 645,000 doses. We got almost 70 million people in this country. All right, what are they going to do with the rest of them? Listen, 150,000 doses will be given to foreign residents who meet the same criteria. That includes expats, of course. 40,000 doses will be used to study the vaccine's efficacy against the new variants, while 5 doses will be reserved for further research. Thailand has already taken delivery of over 1 million doses of the AZ-Vax donated by the Japanese government. The UK government has also announced its intention to donate 415,000 jabs to Thailand, part of 9 million doses it plans to donate to countries around the world, source Thai PBS. So that was the main point that I wanted to hear, or that I wanted to share, because I wanted you to know where these jabs are going and whether or not you think they're going to the right place. I don't know. But the fact that they want the U.S. Embassy to decide, or they want the U.S. to allocate where their vaccines go, says a lot about how the Thai people feel about the government's control over where they go. I'm not saying good or bad. I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm not trying to put out anything negative about the Thai government. I'm just saying, there's a message in there. Take it as you will. And that's what I really wanted to say. We've been going for 2 hours and 42 minutes, and I have to tell you that, had we not had the PayPal issue this morning, we probably would have been done by now. I want to leave some stuff for tomorrow. Tomorrow, I want to talk about some of the fun stuff again. Some of the fun stuff you can look forward to coming back to Thailand. And I really want to dig into the things that I used to do in Thailand pre-COVID, and what we're going to get back to after this situation gets under control, and things that we can do to help the country get back to those things that we can do. Just expats, people in America, wherever you are. I think it'll be a very, very interesting live stream tomorrow, and I encourage you guys to drop by and check it out as long as you can. Ross, 2.5 million in the country is almost 70 million people. The last count was 69 million something, was the last statistic that I read. So I want to say, first and foremost, a huge thank you to Ross for putting out the challenge and for his incredibly large contribution to the challenge. I also want to say thank you to everyone. I want to call you by name, but everyone. I know, Charles, you put a lot of money in. Lyle, you put a lot of money in. Several of you put a lot of money in. And what can I say other than, from my bottom of my heart, I appreciate it. Richard put a lot of money in. I don't want to leave anybody out, but there was just something that happened today that absolutely really just sets my soul at peace. Griffin made a large contribution. Mike tried to make a large contribution. I'm sure he'll come through on one end somewhere or the other. Definitely a big thanks to all of you guys who contributed. I don't care if you made a $10 contribution or you made the $250 contribution. Every dollar counts, and it counts more now than it would at any other time, because I am indeed partially furloughed and waiting to get bookings on this new job. This new job is going to be good for me. I'll be good at it. I passed everything on the first interview, just so you guys know. I'm not bragging on myself. I'm just telling you, everything went bam, 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 bam. So one time on everything, I didn't have to do any second mock interviews or any of that stuff. Second classes or secondary interviews, none of that stuff. What I do have to do this weekend is training, and I fully intend to do that and have our live stream tomorrow. Tomorrow's live stream, if you're in the line group, make suggestions over there. That'll be great. Channel members, feel free to do that. If you're a channel member and you don't have my line ID, you can always find me on Facebook, and I will give you my line ID, or contact one of the channel members that are already a channel member and get my line ID from them. So I would like to say then thank you again from the bottom of my heart for making this such a tremendous day. I didn't get super emotional about it because I'm overwhelmed with gratitude is what it is. I'm just overwhelmed with gratitude, and I'm at a better place in life, and you guys just may be in a even better place in life. Absolutely amazing. Charles misses the markets and the people. So do I, man. I miss going out, because you can't really talk to people that much when you go out. They're scared to talk to you. And when you go into the markets and stuff, I don't even know if you can go to a market now, to be honest. While there is a potential that there may be some dancing tomorrow, we just never know. I'm not sure, but big thank you to everybody for this incredible financial day today. Now, I also want to thank my moderators who do a tremendous job and keep this channel clean and keep this channel on topic, and we base it around what Do More Life's about, which is about doing more life and about learning from each other. So thank you for that. And lastly, I would like to thank everybody, troll, non-troll, or person that created dialogue, comments, gave any kind of information or opinion, whether your comment was deleted or not in the chat. I appreciate it very, very, very much. So I really hope you guys got something out of this live stream today of value. I know I certainly did, not just the financial aspect of it, but I learned some new stuff that I didn't know about. And anytime we learn, we grow, and that's the most important thing. So thank you to everyone. Thank you to all my moderators. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to everybody who contributed. Thank you so much. And again, special thanks to Ross for putting that challenge out there. That's unbelievable. With that being said, to my Do More Life family, I truly love you guys. I mean that. You know that. I say it all the time. And whatever you do today, be sure you find a way to do more life. I'll see you tomorrow, guys.